All right, so starting with fresh clean water and a fresh clean palette, we're going to mix the blue and orange to create a neutral color mixing bar. And I've already done the violet and yellow, and I've been using this paint, so it's already activated. I have my paper towel in my one hand and then my paintbrush in the other. My water's nice and close so that I'll be ready to go. I'm going to start by getting my orange paint, because the orange paint will get muddier than the blue paint will. And I'm going to bring it down here. This is usually the square that gets used for yellow, so if there's a little bit of yellow paint left over in there, it's probably okay and won't matter a terrible lot because yellow is part of orange. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to kind of squeegee it on the side a little bit to squeeze out more of the paint to make sure it's nice and bright. Now I'm rinsing off my paintbrush. After that, I'm going to wipe it on the side and go get some of the blue. The blue is going to go right into the spot where I normally do purple or violet, because it shouldn't affect it too much, and also I want to be able to mix in the center, and I don't want them mixing without my permission. So I'm going to go ahead and get the blue going. Some blue, but not a lot of blue, because we're just painting these little squares, so you need some, but not a lot of any of this. Now I'm going to rinse off my brush, because it's very, very blue, and I need to be able to control the pigment and the amount of color that's in my paint. So I've wiped off my brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start with a little orange in the center, maybe a little more orange in the center. Getting a little water. There we go. Okay, there's a decent little puddle of orange. And now I'm going to rinse off my brush and try to grab a little blue. So rinsed it off and then dried it because I don't want to water down the blue. And I'm just going to get a little scoop and then stir it in and see what happens. And what happened is it went pretty close to gray right away. So this is kind of the 50-50 that we're looking for in the middle, so I'm just going to paint this right in the middle. Cool. So next, I'm going to rinse this off, and then I'm going to add a little orange to this paint. You'll have to see what yours needs. You might need to continue mixing differently. So that's still a little orange for this, so I'm going to rinse off my brush and get a tiny little bit of blue. There we go. It should look a little brown, a little orange, and be bold enough that we can actually see it. So this makes a decent little brown over here. Cool. And then next, we're going to add the orange to the blue. So I'm washing off my brush and I'm drying it so that it doesn't dilute it. I'm getting a lot of orange. Actually, you know what we should do is take the blue and put it into the orange. And then that just did the brown. So now I'm going to go over and put it into the blue and see if I can get it to be mostly blue. Yeah, that's great. Mostly blue. Got that nice blue-gray kind of thing going on. Should still look blue when you paint it down, so it's cooler than this one. All right. So as it goes through, the colors get warmer, right? So they get warmer as they go through, but you get your neutrals. Okay, I feel like these two are pretty close to each other, so I'm going to see what I can do about getting another little middle color that's a little different. And making sure that they look significantly different. So I just got a little more orange and put it in that same neutral color so that it would get, I just wanted to do more of a color difference. All right, after that, then you can wipe off your brush and go ahead and wipe out your palette, and we're gonna get ready to do the green and red.